All right, so welcome everyone. Welcome to the Gate Academy. A very welcome to all of you in the Gate Academy YouTube channel. So, my dear students, in this session, we are going to talk about the preparation plan for self-study students. So, if you are planning to do the self-study and if you are planning to prepare for gate examination, okay, so then this session is going to be very useful for you. Hello Ravi, good afternoon, very good afternoon Devesh. So in this session beta, we are going to talk about that how a self-study student can excel in the gate examination. What should be the plan according to which one can start his gate preparation, right. So before I start with it, I would like you to subscribe the Gate Academy YouTube channel. Please share it with your friends so that maximum students get the benefit. Okay, so before starting up, my name is Uma Shankar Tripathi. Okay, so let me introduce myself first. So my name is Uma Shankar Tripathi, and currently I am a research scholar. What I am a research scholar. I hope you understand the research scholar that in general we are called upon as PhD scholars. Okay, so I am pursuing my PhD. Ravi, we'll be talking about it. Beta. We'll be talking about it. So research scholar and a PhD scholar, both are the same thing only. We're in Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. Right, beta? Right? Talking about GATE, my GATE rank was 643 and All India rank was 643 and 77 marks, right? Before doing MTech, so I have completed my MTech also from IIT Roorkee itself. So before MTech, I was working. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Bida. So I was working in a company named BHEL. I hope you know the company. Okay. So I am in this field of teaching and mentoring the student from the last 9 years. Okay, so on the basis of my own experience of gate examination and other competitive examination, as well as my experience of this teaching. Good afternoon, Dinesh. This teaching, I'll be here trying to guide you with the self study plan, that what should be the right approach. Okay, so the live student can interact to me, Rajkumar. Very good afternoon, and you can feel free to ask me whatever doubts crosses your mind. Okay, so now I want to ask you, huh, we are going to talk about that beta. So, can you tell me in the chat how many of you have decided to go for the gate examination? How many of you are planning for the gate examination? Maybe in whatever way you are, maybe some of you must have joined some coaching also. Some of you must not have joined some coaching also and planning for the self study. So, can you tell me how many of you have planned for gate examination? Decided, decided, 100% decided. 100% decided. Very good, Ravi. Very good, Dinesh. Very good. Both are very much similar paper. So when you are preparing for GATE, automatically you can prepare for ESE also. Good afternoon, Rasmi Ranjan. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So many of you have decided for the GATE examination with 100%. Now, before I starting this session, I want to tell you this. Once you have decided for GATE examination, so you signed up for all the pains that going to follow, right? For the next 7 to 8 months, right, beta? Are you ready? So when you have decided for the GATE examination, you are signed up for some pain for the next 1 year or next 7 to 8 months. Okay, because if you take that pain beta, the rest of the life is going to be very beautiful. Okay, so the rest of 30, 40, 50 years of your job or the rest of the life is going to be very beautiful. So if you want to remove the pain for the next 40, 45 years, you must prepare yourself to have the pain for the next 7 to 8 months. Now see, when you have signed up for taking the pain, you have signed up for taking the pain, my dear. you have signed up for taking the pain. It is the pain, beta. Sometimes we have to take the pain, my dear. Okay. Now we can somehow manage this by planning the preparation in the right direction. Now, the first question that people ask me that, sir, how to start preparation? So where to start from? So I would say where to start from. Getting my point, beta? Where to start from, right? Where to start from? Okay. Where to start from? Okay. So we are ready to take the plane. Okay. So where to start from? So my dear, I would say, so we must first of all know the examination. So I hope all of us understand what is gate examination. What is gate examination? And when I say know the examination, so I hope you have gone through the syllabus, right? The previous year papers. See, whenever you start preparing for any examination, always, first of all, take a day to analyze the syllabus and previous year papers. Because if you do that, you will be able to make the plan for your preparation. Then only you will be able to make the plan for your preparation. So after seeing the syllabus, first of all, you see the syllabus. Okay, what are the subjects there? Okay, you know some subjects of BTech or engineering, whatever graduation degree you are having. Some subjects are common, some subjects are not common. Okay, so what you do, you must list them out. Okay, so these are the subjects I have to study. Now, from the previous year paper, you can understand the pattern of the paper. Which subject is coming of what margin? Okay, which subject is coming for what margin? And we can also take the help of internet. This is the world in which at internet most of the things are available. So if you visit the Gate Academy website, you will be finding the details of what subject is coming out of what margin of all the branches, right. So before starting of the plan for your preparation, you must understand what subjects are coming off what margin, what kind of questions they are asking. Okay, so if I ask you, how many of you have done this already? Sir, I have seen the syllabus, I have analyzed the previous year papers. How many of you? Can you raise your hands, beta, in the chat? Can you raise your hand? What kind of questions are coming there? What kind of questions are coming there? What kind of questions are coming there? Is it more of a numerical? Is it more of a numerical paper, more of a theory question paper, right? So I hope all of you have gone through it. Okay. Now the next step is you should plan your preparation. The next step is plan your preparation. Okay. Now, sir, how to plan? How to plan? Now, how to plan? So, my dear, when you plan for it, the first thing that is coming in your mind is which subject to start first. Yes, it is more of a numerical paper. But can we ignore the theory also? No, because GATE is a conceptual paper and the numerical that they are asking are very, very conceptual. So you can only do that when you have good hold on the concepts, right? It is that paper in which by memorizing you cannot crack it. Let's be very clear about it. Now, when you plan your preparation, the first thing that I want you to do is decide this which subject to start first. So this is, I consider it very important, because you understand the starting of any journey, how a journey is started is very, very important. Is it or isn't it? Now, can you tell me which subject we should start first? Which subject we should start first? So some of you might have started also preparation. So from which subject you have started? You might be of any branch. You can tell me which subject you have started. If you have already started your preparation, which subject? Which subject? So I guess most of you have started with maths, as you are telling me in the chat. Any other? Any other? Okay, so you have started with programming, you have started with manufacturing, engineering, mathematics, SOM. discrete math, fluid mechanics, aptitude. Very good. Very good. So, bit of which subject to start first? So, some of you have already started. But what I suggest, what is my suggestion and what I did, and what I always recommend, that you must start with your best subject. Your best subject. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point. So if you are good at maths, you can start with the mathematics. Okay, you have started control system. Very good, very good, very good. If you have started with maths, so what I recommend, my dear, that you must start with your best subject. If it is maths, then good. You start with mathematics. It is the best situation because in mostly all the subjects of engineering, mathematics is somehow applicable. Right. But why I say you must start with your best subject, why I say you must start with your best subject, because when you start your gate preparation, beta, it is very, very important that you keep up the motivation. Okay. As you said, sir, we have decided for the gate examination. So we must be able to continue it only if we are able to maintain the if we are able to if we are able to maintain the if we are able to Dinesh, its weighted is less. Okay, I'll be talking about it. If you are saying it is, I'll be talking about it, my dear. I'll be talking about it. Okay, so what I say that you start with your best subject, because see, in semesters also, so we have gone through some of these subjects, right? So all of us understand. Do you agree to this or not? So in semesters, when we read some subjects. So some subject we are able to retain well, we are able to study well, we find ourselves interested in that. Yeah, machine design I'll be talking about. So we are more interested in some subject, and some subject we feel like when we study it, we feel like it is big burden on us. Now, if you start with your best subject, what I hope that you will be able to understand the subject quickly. When you are able to understand the subject quickly in the first subject, you able to understand the subject quickly, then you will be feeling motivated. Okay, I can do in this subject, so I can do in other subjects also, right? You will be able to understand the subject in a righteous way. You will be able to maintain your interest in the studying, right? Now, when we start our preparation, so first of all, some of you might be feeling that I am not able to sit for 2 hours or 1.5 hours or 3 hours, because sometimes what happened, we started with the wrong subject, with the subject in which we are not very comfortable with, so we cannot maintain our interest in that subject and we are not able to sit for long. Okay, then it is in a way demotivating to us. Okay, I have started for the gate examination, I know it is a tough subject, okay, I know it is a tough subject. Okay, it is a tough examination, right, beta? Right. So always start with your best subject. Now, some of you are telling me, sir, what about the weightage? So I would recommend strongly, even the weightage is less. Because see, in this date, you cannot afford to leave even one subject. Sridhar, if you are good at maths, you can start with maths. We'll be talking about the books also. Okay. So Dinesh, if you see that the weightage is less, but you find that subject more interesting, that is your best subject, I will recommend that you start with your best subject only. Getting my point, beta? So that, see, when you do the study a subject and you completed a chapter, you go for previous year question and you are able to do it, you will be feeling motivated, and the next subject, it will be helpful in the next subject. On the other hand, if you started with some subject which you are not able to understand properly, then it will be in a way demotivating to you, right? And many of the students are leaving their preparation midway because of it. They do it for 10 days and then leave it. Okay, they leave it. Okay. Now, what should be the sequence of the subject? So remember, you have to study all the subjects. Now, once you started that, sir, okay, I will start this subject, then you can formulate a broad plan. Okay. So after this subject, Yes, for FM it is okay, beta. But in this session, the agenda is not that. It is for all the branches, my dear. Right? It is for all the branches. So, what should be the subject sequence? So, after you decide your first subject, you always formulate a broad plan. Okay, after this subject, I'll start this. After this, I'll start this. Okay, so make a broad plan. Okay, okay, like in 6 months or 7 months, I'll be completing my syllabus. So after this subject, I will start this. After this, I'll be start this. Okay, so by doing that, you will be not be wasting your time after completing one subject to switching to the next subject. Now, my question to you is, what is right plan? What should be the right plan? So I hope you are seeing this session for finding the answer of this question. Sir, what is the right plan for us? What should be the right plan for us? So I tell you one thing before opening up this slide. My dear, there is no right plan that fits for all. Okay, you have to make a plan which is right for you. Right, beta? You should make a plan which is right for you. So always make a plan according to your comfort. What I'm trying to say, sometimes what happens, people asking, sir, what was your plan in the gate preparation? So my plan was mine, right? It suited me. But it is not at all true that my plan may suit you also, right? Right? Everyone has its own journey. So always remember, do not right away copy. Do not just copy the plans of the others. Sometimes we copy the plans of others, some toppers, some mentors. Okay, but don't do that. Make your own plan which suit your comfort. Like some of you might be feeling that, sir, I am good, I can concentrate more in nights, right? So you make your plan to study in nights. Okay, some may not be able to study in the night, but there is one thing, that's okay, my friend is studying in the night till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, but do not copy that. That's okay, he is doing that and I have to do. No, it is not like that. Your plan should be the right for you. It should be according to your comfort. Now, the second thing is, always make the right realistic plan, right? Right. So sometimes what happens, we make a very unrealistic plan. Okay, so I'll be completing this subject in 2 days. It is a big subject. It is not possible. Then if you make a plan like those, okay, definitely you are not going to attain complete that. And then what will happen, you will feel demotivated. Okay, I am unable to complete my plan, so my preparation is not going in the right direction. Okay, so always make the plan which is realistic. Okay, okay. Also, as I said, always make the long-term plans, and to back up that plans, always try to back up them with the short-term plans. Okay, as I said, make a broad plan. Okay, this subject I'll be starting with first, after then this subject, after then this subject, after then this subject, like subject 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, so make a broad plan. Okay, so just make sure that, okay, I'll be doing this in, let's say, 30 days, like that. Always, and write this down, my dear. Write this down on a copy or a diary and put it on the walls in front of you, so that you will be reminded of it. Okay, you will be reminded of it. So next 30 days I will be like doing this, I'll be like doing this. Okay, now you have to make the short term plans also. So in next 30 days, if I am planning for do the two subjects, so I'll be making a short term plan for that. Okay, I'll be doing it like this, I'll be doing it like this. And also, some people think that we have made a plan, now we should not change it. It is not like that, my dear. It is absolutely not like that. It is absolutely not like that, my dear. Okay. Okay. So see, we can change. So once we have made the plan, so we should not change it. It is not the right thing. If you think that your plan needs some modification, some changes, so you can change it. But always try to follow, and your change should be genuine. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point? Okay, getting my point. You can please tell me your point of views also. Also, never overburden yourself. Okay, I'll be studying 10 hours a day. So you can do it for a day or two, but you cannot do it regularly. Okay. Okay. So your plan should be realistic. It should be according to your comfort. There must be short-term plans also. Okay. And never try to overburden you. Okay. And also, it is okay to take breaks sometimes, and you can include it in your planning. You can so what I was used to do when I was preparing, I was working basically in BHL at that point of time. So what I thought, so if I could complete my target like in a week, I always make one long term plan then a short term plan. So if in a week I did whatever I planned for, if in a week I did whatever I planned for, then I always used to give me some sort of going for a holiday or something, going for watching movies or something. So please take breaks in the preparation also, and you can plan for it. Okay, you can plan from it. So if I complete my target of a week or two, I'll be gifting myself something. Like I can go for a movie, I can go for with friends, can have the break. Okay, so taking breaks is also very, very important, my dear. Getting my point or not? Getting my point or not? Now, once we make the plan, always remember, always try to follow it. Always try to follow it. Okay, always try to follow it, and it is very simple to follow. So you have to repeat this cycle. You have to repeat this cycle. You have to study. Okay, solve the question and make the notes. Solve the question and make the notes. And always make notes. Never rely on some other's note. Your note. So I study. So this is also a question that is getting asked many times, sir. How many hours one should study? Okay. So particularly if I say I studied 4 to 5 hours a day with the job. So you understand, when something is in the job, he cannot give more than this time. So what I suggest, so if you do this, 4 to 5 hours are sufficient for gate preparation, but do it with consistency according to the plan. So I tell you what, study. Always your study should be backed up with solving the question. So sometimes what people do, they study for 3 days, then after 3 days they start solving the question. I do not find it the right approach. What I say, you study for like you have completed a chapter or a sub chapter or a topic. So right then you can go and try the questions of it. So it will solidify your concepts. So when you read a concept, so yes, Dinesh. Okay, we have to be consistent. We have to do it consistently. Okay. So when you study, you solve questions and you make notes. Okay. Always make good notes which are good for you. Right? You are able to understand it. Notes are very, very important. So once we make a plan that which subject to study first, then and in one how many days I'll be completing this subject, that subject. Sometimes, beta, see, this is how we have to do. So consistency, yes, sometimes it breaks down, Dinesh, but this is why I am telling you, ask you first that when you have decided for the gate examination, you are signed up for this pain, right? Now I also understand doing something consistently, particularly steady, is not an easy task. So if it would be an easy task, beta, everybody would have cracked the gate examination with good marks. But we understand everybody is not able to do it. Garima, due to online classes, your consistency is breakdown. Beta, see, when you are in a coaching, so you have to follow the timetable of the coaching, and it is helping you because it maintains, so it itself is maintaining the consistency. Okay, so with online classes or the coaching is boosting our preparation in a way. Our efforts are going to get less. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point? Okay, so according to the timetable of your coaching, beta, you can plan your hours of self-study, right? Because self-study is also mandatory. If you are doing coaching also, you have to study by yourself also, right? Yes, 8 months are more than sufficient for gate examination. Now, coming to what resources we can refer. Okay, so we understand there are offline sources, there are online sources, there are standard books, and there are free resources, and there are paid resources also. Okay, There are paid resources also. So what I first suggest you, always verify before using it. Just do not go, yes, Ravi, 8 months are more than sufficient, my dear. 8 months are more than sufficient. So what resources? So first of all, before using it, verify. Verify. Okay. Do not blindly trust anything. Even I am not saying to blindly trust me. Okay. But you understand, we at the Gate Academy are very credible in the market. Very credible. So how we can verify it? So always see the reviews, ask your seniors, your friends, your teachers, your college teachers, maybe, right? Any teacher, getting my point, beta? Getting my point, beta? So always verify. So Pratik, I'll be talking about it, beta. I'll be talking about it. Just wait. So verify the resources that you are going to use. Just do not blindly follow any book. There are so many books, so many publications are there in the market. Okay. But if you see, so whenever you see a book, do not just blindly follow it, because there may be errors in that. And if you following a book with lots of errors, definitely it is going to be confusing you, and it is also time consuming. Even if you are smart enough to understand that, sir, this is the error, but still for finding that out that it is an error, it will consume your time. Okay. So these days we have online sources also. Okay. Online sources, so we can refer to some any online sources, like for example at the Gate Academy, if you go at the website, you can find. So if you visit the Gate Academy website, you can find previous year papers, practice questions as well. Okay. So we can refer, if we try to search, we can find so many online sources with so many good questions, right? Right, beta. Now, this is very important when we are preparing for ourselves. Always use standard books. So I understand, yes, NPTL can be very, very helpful, okay, to understand some concept. If you are not able to understand a concept from the book yourself, you can refer the lectures of the IIT professors from NPTL. Okay. Okay. But always keep a check on the level, because in gate examination, see, unnecessary information, or the information which is which is not relevant for the particular examination, so studying more than required will harm your preparation during the competition. Always remember that. Okay. Okay. So free versus paid resources. Now we understand there are some free sources, there are some paid sources. Okay. Okay. Definitely when you consider a paid source, definitely it will be more helping. Okay. But even if we are not willing to pay, then also we can refer to free content available. But always, I tell you again, always verify. Do not go for, so if you see on YouTube also, there are so many people are so teaching so many things. Okay. Okay. So just do not blindly follow it. Okay, Saragya. Okay, you are asking me. So, beta, this session has not this agenda, but if you are telling me, so both are good for CS, IIT Madras, and Kanpur. If I broadly tell you, IIT Kanpur is more on research oriented. So, if you are looking for placement, Madras comparatively is better, but both are mostly equal. But if I would be at your place, I would have been choosing IIT Madras. Okay. Okay. But again, I'm not telling you that IIT Kanpur is bad. Okay, do not take it otherwise. Okay, now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So please read this, my dear. Please read what I have written here. Please read what is written here. So just read it. Okay, so beta, when we are looking for resources, always see, read this. Be strong if enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. So there is nothing wrong. When you are preparing yourself, you require some help. And there is nothing wrong in asking for it. Okay. You can always ask your seniors, your teachers, and we are also there. We make videos here. we make, if you subscribe this channel, you can find many educational videos also, in which topics covered for almost all the branches. Okay, so never feel ashamed of asking the help. Now, this is also a question which is many students are looking for. So from where to practice questions? Beta, so practicing GATE previous year question is mandatory. Nandita, you are saying, sir, can non-IIT people get good rank? So, beta, I am a BTech pass out of a private college of Lucknow. Getting my point, beta? A small private college in Lucknow, and right now I am in IIT Roorkee. Okay, so definitely one can do, right, beta? Now, doing the GATE previous year question, my dear, is mandatory. Is mandatory. Okay, okay. So just always do the GATE previous year question. Now, some people tell me, sir, questions never repeat in GATE examination, but the concepts are repetitive. I have done from Sri Ram Sarup Memorial College. That time it was college, now it is university. Okay, Singh sir? Okay, okay. Now, beta, this is also very important because see, so people ask me, sir, can we refer ESE questions? Yes, Sachin, 8 months are more than sufficient, my dear. More than sufficient. More than sufficient. I tell you what, I started my GATE preparation in August month and did it till January, and I was able to perform well, right? Right, beta. So we can always do 8 months are more than sufficient. Getting my point, beta? Okay, so the next preference. So after you do the GATE previous year question, do the test series C. So even if you are not joining any coaching, please join a test series. Okay. Yes, Sachin, from scratch only. I was in the job. I worked already for 3 years. Okay. Though I was in teaching profession beforehand, but I was not teaching all the subjects. Obviously, only 1-2 subjects I was teaching. Right. Right. So from scratch, you can't say actually I was a teacher beforehand. Okay. So from scratch, it wasn't, but still not all subjects I had good command on. Right. So I tell you one thing, I was a diploma holder. I am a diploma holder. Diploma holder, you understand? Polytechnic. So when we do Polytechnic, math is gone. Those who have done the Polytechnic or diploma, okay, Singha. So those who have done diploma can realize this. So I tell you one thing, when you start studying now, things will come in line. No matter what is your pass, how much percentage you have. My BTech percentage was 65. Okay, my BTech percentage was 65. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point? So when I started with the mathematics, I even somewhat forgotten about this integration differentiation to some extent. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point? Okay, so test series questions are very, very important because see, test series, when you join a test series questions are designed by expert faculties. They are according to the level of GATE examination. So I give more preference to test series question rather than any other PSU or ESC paper because they are mostly theoretical paper. Okay. Now we can also attempt some good questions from the standard books, so they cannot directly be asked, but the concepts you derive from here will help you solving the other questions as well. Okay, helping others with doubt. Okay, so always be open to help your friends, your juniors with their doubts also, because when you solve a doubt of someone, definitely you are gaining more in that particular concept. Now, when you start your preparation, always keep these things in your mind. Okay, GATE is a conceptual paper. Okay, you cannot just do rectification. It is not a paper one can crack with memory power. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point? Revision is must. Okay, now you are asking me, sir, how we plan for revision after 2, 3, 4 subjects. So please always do one thing. So what I did, I tell you. So I did it like this. Okay, so there are subjects, let's say subject 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what you can do to plan up your revision. So what I did, so always when you complete a revision, make a tick here, make a tick here. So always when you go for, so sometimes what happens, we keep revising the same subject. Do not do that. So once you tick mark on the subject one, this tick must come after the, this tick comes to the other subject that you have completed. Getting my point, beta? So that you can maintain a balance, because ultimately you have to do all the subject. This date we cannot just let go of any one subject. All the subjects are important only. Okay, now focus on both the numerical and theory questions. Yes, Dinesh, you always should use the standard books only. Never use the books by, so in BTech we know na, in BTech we know na, right beta? In BTech, Ravi, there is one more video that is going to happen on 9 June. There I'll be talking what are the mistakes that happen in this preparation. So there we will be talking about this revision. Vinayak, beta, it is, I hope, not possible, but I think when we have decided for this examination, we can spare 500, 600 rupees, no? Yes, Singh, it is it is okay, beta. You can complete in 8 months, no problem. Now, while preparation, beta, you must focus on both numericals and theory. Okay. Now, let us take the queries. So, Tejal, you are asking me about the book list. So, which branch you are from, my dear? So, according to the branch, so in BTech, Ajay, tell me one thing. When I completed the BTech, when I was in BTech, so in BTech, beta, we come to know about standard and not a standard books. So I did it from, Uttar Pradesh Technical University. So there we know which is the standard book, which is a non-standard book. So for every branch, we know what books are standard and what books are not standard. Ravi, our subject require, I tell you what, our subject require at least 10 revisions if it is an important subject. So when you plan for it, when you analyze the exam pattern, when you try to know, the pattern, when you know the pattern, beta, you know which subject is coming off which margin. So at least 10 revisions are required for the subject you started the first. In the last, like you completed a subject. So see, like right now, June, we have we have we have Tejal, I'll be coming to it. We have let's see, we have completed a subject in the month of the June. So definitely by the end of the when the gate examination is coming, it is going to happen in the February. So definitely the subject you have completed this, so you cannot retain it till 8 months if you do not do the proper revisions. Getting my point? So the subject you studied early need more revision, but the subject you completed just in January or just in December, so that require less revision comparatively. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point. Now, talking about this books, beta. Talking about with books, Shabir, what book list forget? Beta, see, it is impossible to tell the book list like what books for what branch, because you understand there are many branches, right? So what I suggest to you, my dear, what I suggest to you that this thing is specifically you can ask. So like we have started a subject like network theory, we have started. For example, uh, network theory you have started. Now for the network theory, which is the standard book, you can ask it with your seniors and the mentors of the relevant field. So that is what I'm saying. Now, always seek help. See, read this. Okay, when you need help, you have to ask for it. So please ask your seniors, please ask the mentors of the respective branch. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point? Now Dinesh went to yes, Ravi, it is a good book. Okay, it is a good book. Now I tell you what, so how to study from the standard book? So beta, first of all, never make like this. So some people do what, they make lines in the book itself. I do not recommend it, beta. Always keep your notes with you, a copy. Always keep a copy. Vinay Singh, I just answered it, my dear. Okay, so always keep a copy, make the notes, good notes, always write the key points, always write the key points from it. Okay, try to solve the question, try to apply the concept, and do not read the unnecessary thing. That is why I tell you, know the exam. So take a day, see the previous year papers, see the what kind of a questions are coming, and then study accordingly. Also, what I suggest in standard book or in any good book, beta, to doing the same problem, a same kind of a problem, there are multiple concepts are given there. Now, if you can solve a problem through one concept, there is no need of seeing the other concept. If they are big, getting my point, beta. So this way you can trim it out. Also, as I said, you can ask for the help of the mentors. You can take suggestions of there that what to study, what not to study. Always study only the things which is necessary. Do not research in your, do not do the research in your preparation time. Okay. In the next video on 9 June, I'll be talking about what are the mistakes that we happen that we commonly do when we prepare by self-study. Rakesh, you can do that, beta. I recommend you the same. You can quit MTech there and can join some NIT. Pushpak, the GATE Academy books are very good. The exercise books, and we are very soon launching the GATE previous year question bank also. So it is a good book. Exercise book is there. If you already have joined the coaching, we get to have the exercise books, the theory books that are very good books. So you can refer that. Okay. Vinayaka, I think if you are saying your standard book is solving the problem directly, then it is not a good book. You may refer to the other book, beta. Then Vinayaka, understood, beta? If your book is giving the answer without explaining the method, you can please switch that book, right, beta? Please switch that book. Understood? Do not use it. Any further query, my dear? Any further query? Any further query, my dear? Any further query, my dear? Any further query, my dear? Please tell me if there is any more query. Any other query, my dear? Yes, definitely 8 months are good, my dear. Definitely 8 months are more than sufficient. 8 months are more than sufficient. So just give me a minute, beta. So, beta, if you like this session, I expect you guys to like and subscribe the channel. Okay. So if you have already done it, then it is very good. If you have not done it yet, please go for it. Please go for it. Please go for it. Okay. Please go for it. Please go for it and do it, my dear. Okay, so I hope beta you guys like the session. I hope beta you guys like the session. So did you like the session, my dear? So if you liked it, beta, please subscribe the channel. Please subscribe the channel. Do not forget to do it. Do not forget to do it, beta. Okay, do not forget to do it. Okay, so beta, let's end the session. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining in. Please do not forget to subscribe the GATE Academy and also watch the next video on which I'll be discussing about what mistakes one should avoid in the self-study. Among new IITs, you can try, my dear. No, formula books are definitely not recommended. I don't recommend a formula book, my dear. Okay, you make notes and write the formulas in that will be the formula book for you. Yes, Ravi, I'll be sharing that. Okay, so this was not a branch specific video, so particularly we haven't talked about each and every branch. Okay, so we'll ask the team to see to it and we'll be talking about it. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you for connecting and do not forget to like and subscribe. Praveen will be talking about this in the next session of mistakes one should avoid. Okay, So thank you very, very much, and we'll see you in the next session, my dear.